Hey there, this is Skoger with MyCustomXbox, and today I want to talk to you about 6 tips to guarantee a perfect one-of-a-kind controller design. And I have with me today the infamous design team, aka the world's greatest controller designers, aka the brilliant minds behind GamerLogos.net. They just launched that site, and you should go check it out for customized logos, t-shirts, and forum signatures, and anything you need like that. These guys are great, and we love to work with them. So let's get to it. I have Alec and Alyssa on the line. How's it going today, you guys?
It's going great.
It's good.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for all your awesome designs and everything you do for us here at My Custom Xbox. And I had a couple questions because I'm sure all the viewers always have questions, and I thought maybe we could just do a quick little rundown of a few things that people are always asking about. Is that all right?
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's start with you, Alec. First question, I guess, is what's the best tip you can give to someone that wants to buy a one-of-a-kind controller?
Absolutely, first and foremost, you need to think before you buy. You need to come up with a theme for your controller, and you need to know exactly what you want before you go ahead and click add to cart, because it's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of money down the road, and you'll get your controller in a better product much quicker.
That's a great tip. So, Alyssa, what are some questions that you get every once in a while about one-of-a-kind designs?
We usually get the question on how do I make it cheaper and faster? And the tips that I would give for that is just to make sure that your design works around the two color choices you put in the order. And the more sure you are of the design and ideas that you have, the quicker the turnaround time would be.
That's great. Yeah. So make sure that the two color choices you pick work together, and then go from there. That's great. Uh, Alec, what's another tip you'd have for our viewer?
Well, yeah, you need to realize the limitations, because A, it's never going to come out exactly as the render on the controller. Everything's all done by hand. It's not done by machines. And B, you got to realize that there's surfaces is not flat on the controller. It's not the 2D render. You know, there is bumps, there's ridges. So not everything's always going to come out exactly as you see it, but we're going to do our best to get as close as possible.
That's right, and I know because these two people love to send me really cool designs that I then have to paint, and I know that we've had our differences on that because sometimes I think it's impossible to paint around corners, and they want to know why. So we've worked really hard on making those two things mesh, designs and painting. All right, great. So Alyssa, what would you say makes a great design?
We actually get a lot of really good concepts from the customers at a constant basis, and something that really sticks or that sticks out most of the time is just when it's really simple. If you stick to one theme, don't go overboard and don't do anything like a wolf and balloons design or anything. But yeah, I also realize that we don't do MLG Pro Team logos unless you're on that team. So we don't do straight ripping controllers for anyone except straight ripping.
Yeah.
And if you do happen to have a bunch of random things, I guess just try to really think about it and figure it out on how you want them to tie in together.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I know sometimes people come with a scrambled thought process instead of just taking 10 minutes to sit down and think, what do I want on my controller, and that can really make a better controller design. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are a couple of really good points. So, Alec, I guess what are a couple of common misconceptions about what you do as a designer?
Well, for starters, the biggest misconception that I get is that this is a single transaction. It's part one of a two-part transaction, and this is just the conceptual process, not the physical controller being created. So this really isn't the time to tell me what options you want, like LEDs, no slow, blackout, rumble pack removal. Leave all that till we send you the purchase link, and then you'll be able to do it there. And the second one I would say is we cannot control the time frame of the paint job. So when your controller is finished and we send you the design, I wouldn't suggest sending us emails asking when will your controller be done, because we don't handle that.
I will say I have to take the blame for that because, we try to put out good products and sometimes they just take a lot of time. But yeah, any delays in painting, that is definitely a paint shop issue, not a designer problem. So bug us about that. Don't bug them about it. Okay, that's great. Alyssa, I guess if you had any tip to give to someone that's going to purchase a one of a kind, what would it be?
I'd say a really important one is just to trust a designer, which of course is me and Alec. But yeah, we do this for a living, so we understand the medium well, and we know how to design around the bumps and ridges so that like the images will distort in the render, but when you actually get it painted, it comes out differently. Understand that certain things can go in certain places because of that. So,
Let me interject something right there. A lot of times we get emails with, micromanaging, trying to micromanage the process. Oh, I mean, if you give us enough information and the right information the first time, we can make a great design for you. And for example, the other day I got an email from someone that, the first email I sent to them was their design, and the first email they sent back to me was, "That's perfect. Do not change a thing." And that's because he really laid and spelled everything out for me exactly how he wanted it, and all I did was follow his directions, put my artistic flair on it, and it came out great. And so, I mean, I believe if you follow the steps we've laid out, we can make a great design for you.
I really agree with exactly what you're saying. I mean, I know that I've ordered designs from you guys, and it comes out perfect every time because I know how to articulate it to you. And if you just follow the steps, that's what happens, and that's what's so great about the process here at My Custom Xbox. So that's about all the time we have today. I'd just like to thank you guys for taking some time, Alec and Alyssa, coming on and helping answer some questions. If you need anything that has to do with a custom logo or a forum signature or a t-shirt, anything like that, please visit gamerlogos.net. They can help you out. The design team is awesome, and they're specializing in that. And thanks for all the tips, and I'm sure this will be helpful for everybody.
Thanks for having us.
thank you.
No problem. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Skogri out.